All right, y'all. Hold on. All right, so welcome back. No Cap Sports, episode 20. We made it. 20 episodes in the books, man. And so we want to start out by shouting
20
out
episodes, 20,000 more to go. You feel me?
this man right here. So we want to start out by shouting out SC Rob at SC Rob 007, winner of the raffle. Free copy of Madden 21 for you, my boy. Enjoy.
Yes, sir. Let me know what system that is so we can see that thing right there. Like you can hop on, find me, Fatboy Josh _56 on PSN. I mean,
Don't play
busy
him.
on that
He's sorry.
yard.
He's sorry.
I'm definitely not.
Real calm.
I'm definitely not.
The kid won.
Definitely not.
NITTADKID won on the PSN. Mess with me.
And guess what happened last time we played the video game?
Hey, G, we ain't gonna speak on it. Because it's a new game. New game, bro. New game.
You right.
So,
new game.
Since Josh put the hood on, I'm gonna let him go on and start with his little music segment. See what we talking about today.
Wow.
The academics.
Why the black man always gotta, demoralize somebody before they introduce something to my why it gotta be a little segment, bro? Well, that's just the hateration or holleration going on. But yeah, thank you, Nick, for that horrible transition. I really hate you. Anyways, there's been a lot of reports in the music industry coming out about Moneybagg Yo dropping an album tomorrow. He tweeted it out on Twitter. I don't know the exact date, but I know it's sometime in the past 24 to 48 hours. So yeah, today's segment gonna be all about Big Bag, big BGE. So some of the things that I got written down here. One of his biggest highlights of his career was probably Fed Babies, the joint album that he had with YB. Why you making that face?
Oh, throw that whole tape away. I wasn't messing with it.
I mean, it was okay, but like just the fact that they was able to get together and do that, just kind of signified, his arrival, as a mainstream rapper. You feel me? But in terms of, what's your favorite Moneybagg album?
You gotta go with that Federal Reloaded.
Old school, huh? Yeah.
Come on, bro. Spin real days. Spin real days.
For sure. I feel that. Mr. Laws, what is your answer?
Tom Sawyer the best one, bro.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like,
Tom Sawyer. It was straight.
You feel me? I understand the nostalgia, Mr. Hayes. Feel me? That would probably be, I got to rank that second on here. That and Two Federal is back to back. But man, Time Served, the deluxe version, is just, it's hit after hit. It's one of those non-skippables, bro. Not a lot of albums are non-skippables.
Yeah, bro.
My opinion, bro.
My Turn is non-skippable. You can't skip no songs on there. But Time Served, I didn't skip none on Polo G album, but I'm a little different. But
in my opinion, bro, the deluxe saved Time Served, bro. It wasn't that heat before.
Yeah, saved it?
Yes, bro. Me versus Me. It's a no. What else is on there? The jump with Big 30, both of them, bro. The jump with Baby.
You don't like the jump with Fredo Banks? He got on the.
That's on straight. Spin on. That's on straight. That's on straight. On God.
So you're saying that the deluxe version saved the original album. Is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Stop the cap, bro. Stop.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Okay.
What is this man talking about?
Oh no, bro.
He got Baby. He got Future. He got The Baby. What are you talking about, bro?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. That Federal Fed was hard, but the jump with The Baby, Protect the Brand or whatever, miss me with it. I'm not a The Baby fan at all, bro.
I'm not either, but that's still a good song. You feel me? I like Bag's verse. I'm looking at my Apple Music right now. None of them have the little cloud icon where that means I did it download. All of these are already downloaded on my phone. You feel me?
You got it, man.
I don't. Got me thrown off. So
my bad.
Whatever niggas talking about. Yeah, I think we can. It's pretty much a consensus right now in the city that Moneybagg is the hottest guy right now. Would y'all have any disagreement to that statement?
Yeah, I disagree.
Who would you say?
Shiesty harder, right? I mean, hotter right now. Not harder, but Shiesty is hotter right now.
I mean, yeah, I could. I mean, he just breaking, not really right now though.
Well, yeah, that's why I say he's hotter. I feel it.
So I'll ask a question on I'll say Moneybag make the best music right now consistently in the city. Because I can understand your argument, Nick. Would y'all
Appreciate it,
disagree
bro.
to that statement though? Good, bro. That's what we're here for. You feel
Uh-huh.
me? He's starting his own label, BGE. He just signed Big 30. He's a frequent shiesty collaborator. So yeah, my man's making big moves, big moves for Big Bag. You feel me? You
Big
messing
Sweet.
with Ari now. You feel me? It's just
G Herbo mad. You saw that?
he mad about something completely different, bro.
I
He's
mean,
in
that's
Mexico.
crazy, though.
He's in Mexico
That's
to
crazy,
drive.
bro.
That's what he was mad about, for
That's
sure.
crazy.
But
I had
yeah,
Ari first, but nobody know that.
this man is hot. I don't know what it's like. Are you okay, bro? Are you okay today?
I'm straight. I'm good, G.
That wall, that limestone was getting to you, bro. You just talking really reckless
Oh, but
on
these
Steve
bricks.
Jobs' internet today, bro. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, relax.
Ain't nothing wrong with me, D. I'm straight.
Let me go to
It's no
Vegas.
cap. This is a no cap podcast, but everything I say, no cap.
You might need to start capping. Vance, give me your five favorite Moneybag songs.
Top five. Okay, so I'm gonna give an honorable mention to Important. I like that one, Moneybag.
Okay.
So number 5, I'm gonna go with Doing Too Much. Number 4, I'm gonna go with Don't Know. Number 3,
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna go Pissed About a Bed. Number 2, I'm gonna go with You Play, and number 1, I'm gonna go with All of a Sudden.
Okay, so
Feature
he likes
Oh,
he likes the
son was
bag
a
and
feature. It wasn't
maybe.
even his song.
Hey, it be like that though. Whoever come hard on the track is their song.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Mr. Hayes, I suppose I'm supposed to ask you now. I guess
Oh, you want my top 5? I know you want my top 5. I got the superior taste in music over there. But anyway, my top 5, I was a big fan of Bag before he signed with CMG. So that's where a lot of my top 5 come from. So my number 5 is Me Versus Me, because that joint was just iconic. You know what I'm saying?
That's not before you
My
saw
number.
CMG, but okay.
I know, but when I get to the top 3, you're going to see what I'm talking about. My number 4 was Correct Me, because I like when Bag, kind of getting his feelings, kind of talk to the streets or whatever. I like that. My number 3 was Relentless Again. Relentless Again, that joint was just like, he had the little 4 bars in there. I was like, man, he kind of on one right now. And then my number 2.
I remember. Yeah, I said that.
And then my number 2, 28 bars. That's on a classic. And then my number 1, Can't Take Him Off That ELO. ELO really, that ELO tape, bro. That joint was so hard.
It was though. That's a real spin. Okay, I like it. I like the the throwback feel to your list, sir. But as the resident music commentator, your list is invalid. So yeah, whatever. Number 5, I'm gonna work backwards and forwards. Like the rest of my friends. Gnarly. That was really the first Moneybag song.
I go north when I'm in your party.
He was playing a lot of the different parties and whatnot in Memphis before the world went crazy. So yeah, that's cool. Number 4, Gang. You feel me? That's a 2 Federal. That's with Yo Gotti. That was in 2016. That's not an era that Nick was referring to, but still kind of like I feel like prime Moneybag before he really entered the industry like that. Yeah, a lot of gay members like this song, obviously, and they played a lot of parties, and it's really fun to listen to. It's very dangerous though. You feel me? Keep your head up. Number 3, I like the sentiment that Nick expressed where he talks about Moneybag, as somebody from Memphis, a rapper, has a certain persona, but I also like when he has an R&B vibe where he get to singing or whatnot on the track. So my number 3 song is In Her Voice. That's off his Reset album. That was in 2019. Yeah, he just really he's somebody that really knows how to paint a picture with a lot of his songs, whether it be something like this, another song on that album he got with Kevin Gates, or something like that he has with Summer Walker. What's the name of that song?
Real Love.
Real Love, yeah, LUV. So I like that when he gets in that storytelling mode for real. So that's a song that not a lot of people necessarily will have in their top 5. I love to be different. Number 2, this is not a song. It's a little bit of I'm cheating a little bit, but this is my list. I can do whatever I want to. When he freestyle on Fun Flicks, I'm an avid fan of freestyle rap. I think it's amazing that people can, go bar for bar.
That wasn't a freestyle though. We ain't gonna speak on
it. Was it written?
That was definitely written.
Was it?
Yeah.
Are you Kevin? Oh, okay.
I'm being dead serious. That was definitely written, bro.
I mean, he repurposed it for the album, but I just liked how he wrote that beat that they gave him. So thank you for the information, sir. You feel me? I gotta reconsider my list.
It's still hard though. Don't get me wrong, but he definitely wrote that.
Ooh. Number one, my favorite Moneybagg song ever is "In the Air" of his Heartless album. It's just you gotta hear it to really experience it. So yeah, that it is what it is. So you feel me? That it is what it is. I think
it is what it is.
What do you think, Moneybagg? Where do you think the album that he's gonna release tomorrow will rank at? Time Served is a classic already, for real.
Ain't it a joint album with Black Youngster?
Oh,
it's a whole album? I thought it was just a song.
That's what I thought.
I don't know what it is.
That's what nobody knows. That's why we're all so excited to find out.
I mean, it's a lot of things that
12 o'clock tonight. I'm downloading that thing right now. I'm gonna be listening to it.
For sure. And so just like, we don't know what bag dropping tonight, we got some other questions that need answers in the sports world right now, man. Especially after what we just saw with this Nuggets clip series. So this first question I want to throw out to y'all is, who does the Clippers series loss fall on the most?
I'll let Vance go first.
It go on the whole team. That's what I'm gonna say. I mean, first of all, I saw the rant.
You want nobody else?
Bro, I saw the rant Stephen A had. He told no lies, bro. That whole franchise is just a whole bunch of second places, bro. A whole bunch of Robins. Kawhi Leonard, bro. It's a whole bunch of Robins. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. There's no Batmans on that team. There's no Batmans on that team.
I'm gonna disagree with you, Kawhi. Kawhi is a Batman.
Definitely a Batman for sure.
Kawhi is a Batman.
Bro, is he a Batman, bro?
He muscled the Raptors to a championship last
year.
Is
he? Sure. Is he?
Well, let's tell him
definitely a Batman.
I think the Raptors would have beat
two Finals MVPs, bro. You can't.
The Raptors would have beat the Clippers. Yes or no? The Raptors would have beat the Clippers this year.
These Raptors? No.
The Toronto Raptors of this season.
No, they just got games in 7 by the Celtics. No.
Man, the Celtics would beat the Clippers. What are you talking about? And they took them 7. Bro, the Clippers they're not good.
They are good. They
good on paper.
Concerning things that aren't good, but that is a good team.
They have intangible things that aren't good, but
bro,
I'm saying on paper, there's not a more talented team in the Western Conference.
Exactly.
But they don't play games on paper.
Bro, so the people that need to get singled out. So you got Paul George, way off, playoff P, whatever. I don't care. He out of there. Is he even a Robin at this point, bro?
But
he was an MVP candidate. He just it's something about those bright lights. There's a lot of guys that are like that.
At this point, is he better than Chris Middleton? That's the question we asking right now.
That's disrespectful.
That's what we asking. Is it disrespectful?
That's disrespectful, sir. It is though for sure.
Bro, give me
Chris Middleton average like 16 points a game.
Right now, give me
Chris Middleton.
All-star Chris Middleton.
Bro, is Paul George a top 10 wing right now? That's the real question.
Hey,
is he
regular season? He was alright, but his playoff performance makes you question a lot of things. He was averaging 21 on the season.
I can name 10 wings better than Paul George.
Dude,
let me hear your list.
Right now, just off that, I'm including like guards too. So like Harden and Luka are on that list.
Okay, that's 2.
You got it.
So Harden, Luka, Giannis, that's 3. LeBron, that's 4.
Nigga, he's 7 feet.
Oh my God.
You know what? It's all good.
Kawhi on his own team.
That's what you're there for, Nick. Editing, bro.
Okay.
Man, bro.
All right. So anyways,
you gonna call Giannis a wing?
Okay,
Yeah, I
Giannis
ain't
is
gonna
not a
lie.
wing. Let's say he's
I
not
don't
a
like
wing. We can
Giannis in
take
that
him
wing
out.
I'm
category.
like,
Okay, so
whoa.
that's still 4. So you got LeBron, Harden, Luka, Devin Booker.
Okay.
Let's see. Kawhi, that's 5.
Yeah.
KD, that's 6.
Okay.
Jimmy Butler, give me Jimmy Butler over him. That's 7. You can look at me crazy, but
I'd
that's
say
just
Tatum
how
or Brown would be 8. Oh, that's
yeah.
you. I mean, I think
He
you're stretching
off
it.
the
I don't
dome, so
know.
it's not in order.
I,
He
I
off
was
the
about to
dome,
say
so it's not in
too.
order.
Yeah,
I don't
so
think
that's
they
8.
with none of them.
Okay, so let's see the LA team. Got the LA teams out the way. I'm sure it's 2 more wings that's just like off the top of my head that are better than Brandon Ingram is better than Poppy.
Tatum and Brown.
Brandon Xavier Ingram is better than playoff.
Man, this is just. But it's. I mean, guys like
Is
Carl
it disrespect?
guys like that. If there's a breed of people that like this that are just once you get under the bright lights, it doesn't go well for you.
He got that Dylan Brooks syndrome going on right now, bro.
Wow.
I think that's what it is.
Sheesh.
Man,
we saw what
we
Dylan
need
Brooks
to have a
did in
talk
the
about
bubble.
Doc Rivers, bro.
Bro,
hit the side of the backboard.
I'm glad you brought up
The side
Doc
of the
Rivers, bro,
backboard.
because that's who I think is most at blame for the Clippers' loss, bro. Look, let me just run it down for y'all, bro. So I think Doc Rivers gets too much credit for being a good coach, bro. He's got one finals appearance. I mean, 2 finals appearances, 1 championship. He had finals appearances in 2008 and 2010. And everybody knows that was the big 3 Celtics. You got Rondo, Allen, Pierce, and KG. So those are 2 finals appearances. But check this out. He's blown 3-1 series leads. He did in 2003 with the Magic, 2015 with the Clippers, and 2020 with the Clippers again this past season. And so my thing is he consistently got outcoached by Mike Malone this series. And it's happened a number of times in the past. Games 5, 6, and 7, the Clippers lost by a combined 34 points. And then, it was just like the same action over and over was killing the Clippers. The high screen and roll with Murray and Jokic. As a head coach, you should be able to stop that or find ways to slow that down and make it harder for them. Instead, he didn't. And then, especially as a defensive coach, you have to be able to do that. And then on the offensive side of the court, your team isn't getting buckets, and you can't draw up no sets to create no buckets. Like Game 7, the Clippers only made 1 field goal in the first 9 minutes of the fourth, and all he was running was ISO sets. You got to run something to spring guys open, get easy shots, and he just wasn't doing that. And I think he's at fault partially for why Paul George couldn't get going in the playoffs. He kept trying to put Paul George in an ISO situation and tell him to get a bucket instead of, creating a set to get Paul George an open shot or open look at the rim or anything like that. He kept trying to make PG create his own shot. And I think that's a lot of the reason why, the Clippers lost the series because of Doc Rivers. And lastly, if you just look at the second half in the 3 games that the Clippers lost in a row, Game 5, the Clippers are outscored 49-67 in the second half. Game 6, 35-64. In Game 7, 33-50. So if you can't make adjustments at halftime, you can't make adjustments over the course of a series, of course you're going to lose.
Thank you for that sentiment, Nick. I completely disagree with you, but it's good to hear, somebody else's opinion. All 3 of those games that you mentioned, 5, 6, and 7, the Clippers were up at halftime. I don't think it's Doc Rivers' fault that they crumble on the court like that. I don't think it's Doc Rivers' fault that Paul George has been shooting under 40% this entire playoffs. I don't think it's his fault.
If you can't create a guy open shot, of course he's not going to hit him.
But, okay, how long has Paul George been in the league and he's been, a heavy ISO guy? When the last time we really seen where he's needed, to come off a pin down or something like that?
But I'm saying players have slumps all the time. It's on coaches to help get players out of slumps by getting them easy looks. Easy looks, especially in the beginning of the game, so that players can get a rhythm, so that they can hit those shots in the fourth quarter because they got a rhythm in the first.
I mean, I can't let you sit here and blame Doc Rivers. I disagree with a little bit with the play calling. He could have did a couple more things to create easier buckets for them, I suppose, and that is what a coach's role is there for. But man, this is not neither one of Kawhi Leonard or Paul George or Lou Will's first rodeo. You know, they're all veteran guys. You know, they know how to get to the basket each in their own respective ways. And I just think that, you know, that's how basketball is. You know, there's people are going to get hot and people are going to be cold. And for whatever reason, you know, in the second half of the last series, they couldn't find it. And Jokic and Murray, those are two. Jokic is an all-NBA guy. And Jamal Murray, he's probably an all-star caliber, lead guard. You know, he's not going to be in an all-star game no time soon. And it was just they were hot and the Clippers were not. And I don't think that's Doc Rivers'
It's deeper than that, bro. It's deeper than that. Especially as a head coach that prides himself on the defensive end of the court. If you can't draw up a defensive scheme to slow those two guys down, that's a serious problem.
How many times have you heard some, good D, better offense though? You know, Jamal, Jokic.
Bro, just think about the players on the Clippers team. You have defensive talent. Okay, it comes down to the scheme. You have the talent.
Damage. It was Jokic. He out there shooting step back one-legged footers, bro. How do you guard that?
Jokic only had 16 points in Game 7. Murray had 40.
He's a facilitator of the offense, though. You know, Jamal, he had a good.
Jokic had 20 rebounds.
I'm about to say
13 assists.
22 rebounds and 13 assists.
He had like Jamal Murray had been struggling in most of the series. So
he had.
Jokic carried them that whole series. Murray was the one that did it.
He had a good game. He had a good Game 7. But, they got in this position in Game 5 and 6 because of Jokic. He's always been
the Clippers supporting cast was so cool, bro.
That's really what it came down to.
Hey, Lou Williams
I thought that Montrezl would give Jokic a better
so cool. I knew the game was over. They got down by 4 points, and then they subbed in Reggie Jackson. He ain't played all season. I'm like, yeah, this series over, bro.
He started out. He played in a lot of the bubble season games.
I mean, bro, that's a desperate move for them to run that weak offense.
Yeah.
That's intramural offense that they was running.
Yeah, pick and roll, bro. You can go into any gym. You can go into the hack and see basically what Doc Rivers was running on offense.
Yeah, it ain't Paul George and Kawhi Leonard ain't in the hack, though.
3 different teams, though, a 3-1 blown lead. 3 different teams. Bro. Yeah,
any coach that can't win one more game, it's a problem with the coach, bro. I'm gonna leave it at that. It's a problem.
Is it Doc Rivers' fault that Jokic was dominating all of the Clippers' bigs? I mean,
yeah, bro, it's Montrezl Harrell's fault. And Marcus Morris.
But when you can't score on the other end, but I mean, of course, it's basketball. The point is to score points. The other team gonna score. You gotta limit how much they score, and I think the Clippers in the first half of the games did a good job in stopping opponents. But coming out of the second half where adjustments were made, the Clippers fell behind because guess what? Doc Rivers didn't make the necessary adjustments. And even if he didn't make them at halftime, you literally have 3 games to see the adjustments made and you don't adjust.
I mean, bro, there's one easy fix to fix the Clippers. So it's 2 things you got to do. The first one is get rid of Doc Rivers. He's overrated. I'm sorry. He's a good coach, but he's overrated. Is he a championship coach, bro? All 3 of us could have led that Celtics team to the championship back in 2008. He probably could have led them to beat Kobe. I mean, Kobe, the GOAT. But, Doc Rivers is the reason why they didn't win that second championship when they played them. So, get rid of Doc Rivers. And then the second one, I say ship everybody out except for Kawhi for Giannis. I'll push for Giannis.
Oh, my God.
Kawhi and Giannis?
I'm not going to lie. That would be so scary. Bro, imagine dribbling the ball against them, bro. I might pee on my pants, bro, because, I can't put that ball on the ground. And I definitely can't get a shot up.
Facts. So, I say trade everybody. Here you go.
Can you trade Paul George? You just got him.
Yeah, you can trade him. You trade him how you want to.
So, talking about the Clippers
after the first season, bro,
he's garbage.
Get rid of him. Does he have value? That's the question. My bad. Does Paul
George call some teams and tell them you trying to trade Paul George and see what they say. And you'll see exactly.
We'll give you Joe Ingles. That's what they'll say. So, coming off of this, I want to ask y'all, whose legacy does this series loss affect the most? We got guys like Kawhi, PG, Doc Rivers, all these guys on the team. So whose legacy does the loss affect the most?
Kawhi.
Definitely Kawhi. Like you can't like you
I was
just
going
mentioned
Kawhi.
him. You know, Doc as
Custom.
you know those those multiple examples of blown series leads. You know, obviously
Yeah.
Paul George isn't new to sucking in the playoffs. This is Kawhi's his first real big thing as a playoff guy. Coming in even as a second year guy with the Spurs. He was like their designated LeBron stopper. So this is
Yeah.
his first real big thing, and I just want to see how he'll respond to that. Well, I mean that and his injury, which got him out of San Antonio in the first place. But I want to see how he responds. I definitely wouldn't blame him, but he definitely didn't help either.
Yeah. I mean, most definitely in that game
We got
7,
no
he
boss
didn't
in
put
the
up the
building. I
best
seen that,
performance.
Nick.
Definitely in that game 7, his performance didn't help. 14 points, shooting 6 for 22. Like that wasn't a good performance. Negative 21 plus minus. But I'm gonna have to disagree with you, bro. I think Paul George's legacy is pretty much in the trash now, bro. You think about it, 3 straight years he's had very, very bad playoff performances. You think 2 years ago, when he was in OKC and the Jazz beat them, in 6 games, and in Game 6 he only had 8 points, I think, and Joe Ingles was guarding them all the game.
Something about
I'm be honest.
OKC wings in the playoffs is either him or Harden. But man, it's something that's that 2-guard position is cursed for them for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then, so like I said, you got it.
Okay, so Paul George, he's a glorified Rudy Gay. But I'm gonna get that out the way. So, anyways, I'm gonna say Kawhi Leonard's legacy is the one that's most affected because he was like, people were saying he was better than LeBron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
ridiculous.
bro. Rudy Gay was nice though. We ain't gonna disrespect Rudy Gay.
What?
I
Just
feel
like
you,
Paul
but Rudy
George
Gay was
was
nice though.
Rudy Gay was nice for bad teams. So,
Facts,
take it how you want to take it.
So I remember they used to compare Rudy Gay to LeBron because he was same size.
Can you do Rudy Gay on that Pacers team when Paul George was playing against the Heat with LeBron on them? He would have did the exact same thing, bro.
He don't play defense like Paul George.
And he ain't got no handles, bro. Rudy Gay ain't got the handles like that.
He just along with it. He got to step through him. He got to step through him going crazy.
I mess with Rudy Gay, though. Don't get me wrong.
I'm still gonna say Kawhi's legacy because people were having him. He still is a superstar. Don't get me wrong, but I think winning the championship ring this year would have put him in the conversation of best wings of all time. Now he's just a really, really good wing, top 10. But you can't. It's not fair to put him up there with LeBron, Michael, Kobe, Larry Bird. You can't put him with the elite of elite. He's right below them now.
So let me ask you, if he
T-Mac type situation.
T-Mac ain't got no rings though. But let me ask you this. Let's flip it.
For sure, I was about to say
let's say the Clippers come back and win the championship next year. Do you still believe he's still going to be on that tier below all of those guys?
Yeah, he's in the tier below. Because just think about all those players. With Kobe, he was on a bad team, but when you gave Kobe players, he produced. He gave you those rings. Or he at least got to the finals.
You got to think about what he just did with the Raptors. You got to think about what he just did with the Raptors. I don't think there's 10 guys in the league that could have done that.
The Raptors did it by themselves this year. They one shot away from the conference finals. What do you mean?
But okay, it's well acknowledged that team needed an alpha dog.
You could put it.
There wasn't no true second super. There wasn't even a second all-star on that team, was there?
Exactly, and I think I'm with you on this, Josh. Without Kawhi Leonard, that Raptors team does not win the finals. It does not make it to the finals because you saw what just happened in that series against Boston, bro. That series basically came down to who can get a buck and who can't. The Raptors didn't have anybody who could get a buck. In those last 4 minutes of the game, the Celtics did. That's why the Celtics ended up winning in 7 games. So Kawhi coming to Toronto and being an alpha dog for them, that's what propelled them over the hump and got them a championship in one season, bro. One season. So
think about all those, 1-year rental deals, with Paul George, even back in the day, like Darren Williams. when they get those guys, those free agency deals or 1 year, that's like the max return. That's the most you can ask for the championship. You feel me? Kawhi was there 12 to 18 months, and he'll forever be a legend in the city of Toronto.
Exactly.
So I don't think
especially that shot against Philadelphia.
I was just about to say it. He's won Finals MVP. He won the Defensive Player of the Year. I can understand we have the recency bias right now, but he's only 29. You feel me? He got a lot more time, and he already got if he got hit by a bus tomorrow, he's going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I mean he's a superstar, no doubt, bro. But I feel like you could put a lot of people in that position, and they would have gave the same results that Kawhi gave them last season.
I'm gonna say like this: Greg Popovich is the basketball master. He's graduated the PhD. He traded that 15 pick and George Hill, ultimate replacement. But he traded a non-lottery pick for Kawhi Leonard. So, and he recognized, this guy can be special because at San Diego State he played like Tony Snell. He's kind of a big defensive guy. Kind of was their shutdown corner per se. Greg Popovich, recognized the skill set and was like, this guy can be, dangerous. And that's how you end up being a Finals MVP, at 22, defending the best player in the world. Yeah. So, not a lot of people can say they did that. I still think that, Kawhi can end up on, a Mount Rushmore and give him a championship or two. Because, he got 7 years on LeBron, bro. He got a lot of time, and his resume could end up looking a lot better than his, honestly.
I mean, but it's still you can't go out in the second round, bro. The second round.
It's happened before, bro.
Jordan did it plenty of times.
Jordan did
with that team, though, bro.
Bro, but
this year you have an asterisk by anyway, bro.
I just don't think going down the second round is gonna hurt his legacy that much, bro. I think, like I said, it hurts Paul George the most, bro. He called himself playoff P. He hasn't made it past the second round since. So
I mean, I see.
So what is it, Melo? Is
it Melo in terms of being called the GOAT, bro? Yeah. Like I mean, he was shooting for that. Let's not act like Kawhi wasn't shooting to be called the GOAT.
I mean, my thing is, bro, you look at every player. You look at every player in that GOAT conversation. Each of them has a stain on their record, bro. Think about LeBron's second year in Miami, losing to the Magic in the finals.
LeBron got to the finals with this Clippers team this year.
It depends on what Bron we're talking about.
I mean, you okay? Compare this.
But Jordan had got to the
Clippers first
season
finals with the Heat first season.
When Jordan had got to the finals with this Clippers team.
When you got to carry Paul George on one of the baby straps in the front.
Say no right now, bro. I would leave this recording. Say no. Say Jordan would have got to the finals with this Clippers team. I will leave this recorded right now.
To be honest, Jordan probably would have cut Paul George. Jordan probably would have cut Paul George from the bubble and sent him home.
You would have made him cry.
And with Kobe had got to the conference finals.
I mean, that's fair, bro, but it's just hard because you got to think about all the other factors, bro.
His mental would have been key.
Bro, like Paul George.
What was Eagles' first season like? Wasn't that Maverick series where
their first season
game, whatever?
I think their first year they beat OKC, if I remember right.
No, they lost to the Mavericks first, and then they beat OKC.
Okay. I'm tweak.
I knew it was one of them.
I mean, the Mavericks had the better team, though. The Mavericks had the better team.
You call it Dirk and Jason.
So that means you think Dirk was better than LeBron, basically.
He was playing against three Hall of Famers.
So Dirk was better than LeBron?
Jason Kidd.
It was about even at that point.
Dirk, Jason Kidd, and Jason Kidd.
Oh, my God, bro.
Joker and Kawhi were about even in this series.
Dirk.
That's better
Jason
than
Kidd,
Dirk and LeBron.
Jason Terry is equal to Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Chris Bosh. Just listen to yourself.
And who else? Mario Chalmers? And
Yes,
you don't
Norris Cole.
Joel
Yes.
Anthony.
Mike
Shut
Miller.
up, bro.
Shane
There
Battier.
was 3 players against the whole rotation, bro.
LeBron and Dwayne Wade. The Mavericks had nobody better
It
than
was
Dwayne.
3 players against the whole rotation of
But the Mavericks,
nice players, bro.
I mean, but the Heat had the best 2 players in the series
Okay, yeah.
on pure talent. So
But
yet
you just
again,
said it was even.
But
So what are you talking about?
that matchup was more favored towards the Mavericks regardless, bro.
Why?
okay.
I didn't have Chris Bosh.
I mean, but you can act like LeBron wasn't hooping. He wasn't. He didn't
He
hoop
was
that
not
game when he
hooping.
got them cramps. It was just that game where he got the cramps.
That's what I'm
literally
saying.
the
Like,
only
you
game.
can't just
cramps
copy
in
and paste,
he caught the cramps
people in the
against the
situations.
That was a different
San
series. That
Antonio,
was the
yeah.
Spurs series. We're talking about the Mavericks
I
series
mean,
where he completely
That's what I'm
disappeared in the
saying. Like,
fourth quarter.
you can't
Man
be
only
too
had
rough
2 shot
on these
attempts in the
it's
fourth
their first
quarter.
season.
Okay, but he went to it how many years in a row? 8? No,
East,
he went
bro.
to it 8 years in a row.
In the
8 years
East,
in a
bro.
row.
In the East, bro.
You just
Playing
talking
the
about one
Celtics
man
without
singular
Isaiah
great.
Thomas
Oh
and Kyrie in the
no!
finals.
What you just said? What you just say?
I said
What you just said, Nick?
in the East playing the Celtics
In the
without
what?
in the East playing the Celtics without Kyrie and Isaiah Thomas in the. All right, so we back, and now we're talking about Heat Celtics. Now this is the conference finals. A lot of people didn't see, especially with the Heat making it, especially after they lined up with the Bucks. A lot of people had the Bucks in the finals, but here we are. We 3 games in. So let me get y'all's initial reactions to these first 3 games, and let me get y'all predictions for who y'all think gonna win the series.
First, I think it was good that they staved off, getting down 3-0. You feel me? I think obviously game 4 is a must win. In terms of getting back, getting out of that hole. But man, the Heat are playing really good basketball right now. What do you think, Vance?
Other people had the Bucks as the finalists to come out the East, but it's no surprise to me. I thought Jimmy Butler was the best leader in the East this whole time. So, I expect them to go up 3-1 by the time Game 4 is over. I expect the Celtics, they're not going to go out without a fight. He'll go past 5 games. But it's just so many shooters, so many weapons on the Miami Heat. It's like if you stop one dude, the same thing could go for the Celtics, but the way it's just going, the Heat are playing defense also, and that's just their defensive pressure is almost on par with the Lakers. I think that separates both of those teams in their conferences. So, we'll see.
All right, so like you mentioned, your point about the Heat having so many guys. First 2 games, Goran Dragic is their leading scorer. He had 29 game 1, 25 game 2, and he was instrumental in those first 2 victories. And also, talking about that defensive pressure, the Heat outscored the Celtics 46-31 in the second half of game 1. The second half, the fourth quarter and overtime of game 1. Let me rephrase. And then they were down 17 at half at game 2, and they turned up that defensive intensity, got back in those games, and won those games. But to your point about Jimmy Butler being the best leader in the East, I got to challenge you, bro, because Marcus Smart might be the best leader in the East.
I was just about to say that. He was, man,
the
offense he's giving them right now, man. I'm saying he's really, that third guy they really don't have. And it's just
I don't think he's the third guy, to be honest, Josh.
he's not. He's playing like one right now. You feel me? That's the thing. That's always about it.
Yeah.
He always had this, kind of potential. He was the lead guard at Oklahoma State. He's on a road now with the Celtics where he's mainly a defensive stopper, but he's always guys are in the NBA for a reason. He's always had this in him. And he's using it at a very particular time, shooting, I know, at least 40-42% from 3. So
speaking of Marcus Smart, I think we need to have a conversation about Kemba Walker, though. They're arguably the worst guard in the Eastern Conference Finals right now, if we keep into the stack, bro. We gave him a pass last series. We gave him a pass last series, just saying, they're game planning for Kemba. Who knows? But he arguably was the worst guard in that semifinals with the Toronto Raptors. Van Vliet and Kyle Lowry outplayed Kemba. Now he's getting outplayed by Dragic. He's getting outplayed by Marcus Smart. Getting outplayed by Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler. We got to talk about he stepped his game up.
I wouldn't say he's the worst, but I do guarantee that I do agree that he's struggling right now. But a lot of that just has to, do with just getting that rhythm back. He's one of those guys that was hurt, when the season suspended. He came back to the bubble limited minutes, so he hasn't really caught that full stride yet, in my opinion.
He's getting full stride minutes, bro. Gordon Hayward came back, he was just fine.
I know. Gordon Hayward hasn't come back yet, but he's on the way back.
Didn't it? I mean, he's
he had a good game 3.
I mean, the Celtics are never gonna be a team where one guy's really gonna be dominant. Brad Stevens, is a maestro, with the offense, so they're gonna spread the sugar. He has been struggling though for sure. In the playoffs, little guard they just tend to struggle more defensively. Yeah. So kind of what I expect. Honestly, that's what he's not really a guy known for. His clutch, his postseason, fiascos. So
we ain't seen him in the postseason. How do we know, bro?
But I mean, still though, even in game 2, he hit some big shots that got the Celtics to overtime. Even though they gave up that 17-point lead, Kemba was critical in the fourth quarter and just making it to overtime. So I think even though he struggled, he's still showing up in those big moments.
Yeah, I just
like the great Deion Waiters said, I'd rather shoot 0 for 90 than 0 for 9 because that means I lost confidence. If Kimber keep putting them up, that's a good thing in my books.
We'll see.
It's the same dude that led UConn to the – that's Cardiac Kimber, bro. Come on.
Exactly.
He's ever got it.
He's one of the clutchest players in the league, no doubt. But I just want to see quarters 1 through 3. That's all I'm saying.
I agree with that. But speaking of quarters 1 through 3, I think the Celtics come out game 4, win game 4 convincingly again. Because game 3 they won by 11. So I think they get another convincing victory game 4, especially after Marcus Smart, got in the locker room, got on guys, turned the intensity up for the Celtics, especially with Gordon Hayward possibly being active for game 4 or 5. I think the Celtics are going to take this series in 6 or 7.
He played game 3.
Gordon Hayward didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
He played game 3.
He played in this series.
Unofficially, if we bet it, how much would you bet money on that?
Gordon Hayward played
regulations. How much would you bet on that?
Saying,
he scored 6 points, 5 rebounds.
I'm looking it up right now, so just so we can be sure.
How much money would you bet?
Unofficially.
How much would you bet? Stop looking it up. How much would you bet?
I mean, okay, you win, bro. He played game 3. That's on me.
Get the cash that popping, bro. I was like, what is dude talking?
I'm not finna get no cash out popping. NCAA violation, my boy. But speaking of the NCAA and speaking of violations, gotta talk about Deion Sanders for JSU coming home. So I'm just saying.
You said coming home.
To where?
I'm saying.
He's never been to Mississippi. What are you talking about?
It's not his home, but it's my temporary home. You know what I'm saying? I'm posted in Jackson right now. But I'm not from Jackson. Don't play on. Don't play. You see what they're saying right there, bro. Believe Memphis, bro. Forever. Something you can't claim.
Do this.
Nobody says believe Olive Branch.
Yeah, believe Olive Branch. Olive Branch will tear Memphis up. We can tear White Station up.
Bro, hold on, bro. Since you want to talk about tearing White Station up, bro.
No. We talk about Deion Sanders anyway. Did you see that interest about Deion Sanders? The band, the police escort, doing big prime time in Jackson, baby. I love it.
Oh, I love it. My man said God called him to Jackson State, man. I think this might be one.
Man, no. My mama texted me that. She said that. I was like, I didn't know God was that big a fan of Mississippi like that. So that was a good thing that I learned.
You want to tell the people what else your mama said?
Stay safe, son? What you mean? What are you talking about?
I thought she told you, sent you a little message like, don't get your head down, when Jackson State beats y'all 42-0 next season. It's part of the process.
Man.
I believe.
Man. I'm ready for March, bro. That's all I got to say about it. I'm ready for
y'all
March.
gonna beat Jackson State?
Nah, for sure.
Final score prediction, bro. Final score prediction right now. Prairie View versus Jackson State.
If Quincy Casey's quarterback, man, I got Prairie View by 2 touchdowns, bro. For sure.
You got about a touchdown?
2 touchdowns, for sure.
2? Oh, you bold. You bold.
That is really
To be honest, I'm not even being
Did
near
y'all
as
see
like
that
these touchdowns.
fake coaching style?
Yeah, for sure. On me.
Imagine that coaching staff though. Would you go
Boy,
undefeated?
they said Warren Sapp, the D-line coach, and Mark Everson, and T.O. going to be the receiver coach. I was like,
Jason Fields, the offensive coordinator. Dennis Thurman, the defensive coordinator.
I'm like,
Defensive
bro.
coordinator. T.O. at wide receiver, Terrell Owens.
I mean, even though, they said it's not, even though Deion came out and said it's not true, bro, just imagining that coaching staff, bro, like, who wouldn't want to play for that, bro?
For real.
Like, real talk.
But,
like, and the crazy thing is, Deion has the capabilities to get those caliber guys on his staff. He's a Hall of Fame NFL
You
guy,
think he's going to get a 5-star in 2021?
Oh, I definitely think so, bro. I was just looking at, like, his introductory interview, and, like, some of the things he was saying, like, one of the things he said was, first of all, talking about his coaching staff, he said he wanted to have 8 assistant coaches who either played or coached in the league, and he only wants to recruit guys with league aspirations. So you got to think about it, bro. If I'm a 5-star guy, there's no way I'm telling Deion Sanders no, or not even. There's no way I'm telling him no, and there's no way I'm just completely shutting him out. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
you still
Deion
gonna
Sanders.
get to the league.
Exactly. Because Prime got connections, bro. Point blank, period.
Connections.
Hey, you know what I do want to see though? I want to see Jerry Rice go to Mississippi Valley, bro. That'd be kind of live.
Ooh, hey, that would be hard.
That would turn them up. That would be hard.
Be crazy.
Hey, run Mississippi up real quick. That's gonna be a hotbed. Just like Alabama in the middle of nowhere. Why can't Mississippi run football, bro?
Because Memphis right above y'all.
Academics.
Academics. You think those Memphis players gonna choose Jackson State over Memphis? You think they gonna get some?
Oh, most definitely. Because Memphis don't show Memphis players no love, bro. Memphis don't show Memphis players no love.
Not just the ones that's cold, nigga. It's okay, baby. Come home. That boat been passed for me.
I mean, yeah, but I think talking about recruiting, bro.
But Memphis they don't even have a lot of Memphis guys. Period, though. Honestly, that's
literally what I just said. I literally just said that, but you didn't want to listen to me when I said it.
I mean, you said they don't show no love. I mean, they show love. It's all love, but we talking about college. So if it's not an offer, what you talking for?
Bro, I mean, first of all, his first recruit,
that's real.
Yeah, he needs to get his son as a QB at JSU, bro.
Yeah, but he's already committed to FAU, but it ain't nothing to get out of that.
But your dad's I'm saying, your dad's
exactly. That's what I'm saying. There ain't nothing to get out of that. Ain't nothing. But I want to talk about just what this means for JSU as a team, because they haven't had a winning season since 2013. So do y'all think Deion can come in and get them some wins, a slight championship maybe?
Year one, I mean, it's possible, with the reshuffling. Josh could explain that a little bit better, because I'm not in the swag. I'm not a swag guy. But can you explain
you're not in the league either.
Hey, don't do my man like that.
When your next game? When your next game, bro?
January 25th.
Actually,
we got 2 scrimmages coming up, bro.
Y'all scrimmaging?
Hold on. Listen.
Don't do him like that.
Listen, G. Listen. We scrimmaging in Belhaven.
I'm wearing a jamboree.
Come on. Bro, we scrimmaging
Belhaven. Y'all scrimmaging, bro?
Belhaven and EMCC.
EMCC?
Yeah, last time too.
Is it open to the public?
Probably. I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a vlog that game. That game. EMCC.
You gonna really put a hurt on y'all for sure.
They pulling up today.
Man.
I'm vlogging, bro. You gonna see me out there. Turned up.
Yeah, I'm gonna record you. It's gonna be my point of view of the game.
You gonna be turned up.
And we gonna put it on a YouTube channel, okay, bro? So you gotta turn up.
I'm gonna turn up regardless. I'm gonna tell somebody, you know what? You getting routed up by a D3 nigga. You definitely not going to the league.
I want you to talk smack, bro. You got to be talking a lot. I want you to get ejected, bro. I'm not even going to lie to you.
Nah, I can't get ejected. I ain't going to
Corley
get ejected.
Finnegan, Andre Johnson style, bro.
You gonna make go outside, man.
But
it's a scrimmage, bro.
You're right, bro. It's a scrimmage, but, we got a new coaching staff and all, so, got to make a good first impression.
But I like that dog in you, man.
They finna thrash out for sure.
Come on, fool. Don't talk. Remember when we allowed you to use our field? We had to sign y'all hall pass to use our field, but don't talk about us.
And
That's tough.
they got a nice dome. I don't know what it's for. They got a nice
basketball.
Dome. I thought it was an indoor facility. I can't lie. I was like, man. But
not at all.
Y'all in the best city in Texas, bro. Y'all don't got none, bro. PV got to step it up. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Well, who you telling? You late.
Yeah.
Cleats are melting on the turf. We just worked out yesterday too for the first time. That was actually pretty loud. I can't lie. I mean,
you almost passed Hazy.
I should have seen that one. My boy said passed out.
Man. How you big guys get, bro? I just had to make sure you was all right.
It's not even hot anymore, bro.
And we inside.
God is not.
But hey,
is it still hot in Texas?
Nah, for real. We got like a we got a tropical storm coming, so it's been raining. Because we were supposed to. We had workout yesterday. We had conditioning today at 12, but everything our campus shut down. So yeah.
That ain't a tropical storm. That's you with all that drip you got on, bro. I see you.
Hey, my boy. Hold on.
All right, hey, what's the next segment? Anyway,
oh my God.
And I'm saying,
dude,
I know you
what's
did.
the next
I'm gonna call us advanced Eds. Why? Man, what are we talking about?
We got one more thing to talk about before we move it on, but I just want to say, what does hiring Deion mean for HBCUs in general? Got an HBCU guy right here, so I want you to start out.
Revolutionary. It brings, that glitz and glamour of legitimacy to HBCU football in a way that never has been there before. Honestly, like me and Nick were talking about it before, like it honestly doesn't feel real. But this is 2020, so anything can happen. But man, just the exposure. I'm curious to see what their infrastructure is going to look like because, Nick can speak to being in Jackson. They don't have the best quality facility. Not to speak down on them or talk trash.
Yeah.
But, they not, like of an upper level. But, man, Deion Sanders, not only that money, but that influence that he has with certain people, like, I am excited to see what Jackson State going to look like in the next even 12 to 24 months.
Yeah.
So, it's just crazy thinking about it, honestly.
Man, speaking of revolutionary, it's gonna be crazy just to see. I would not be surprised in the next 5 years if Deion gets College Game Day to come down to Jackson or maybe even the Southern Heritage Classic. We all went as kids. Imagine the Southern Heritage Classic for college.
That'd be
both
live.
the bands playing on Bill Street. That would be so turned, bro. I mean, it's just so many opportunities that's like at the helm because I don't be surprised if not even football, but just football players, basketball players, baseball players. They're just going to HBCUs. I mean, because realistically, everybody going to the pros, that's not a realistic goal. So going to a HBCU representing a school, that statue, that would be huge just for all HBCUs around the world.
Yeah, and one thing I want to add, like, Deion really down for these kids because I remember earlier this year he played the HBCU combine for just all the HBCU guys who want to get into the league who maybe didn't, get the same looks as the Power 5 guys. But that got shut down due to COVID. But, just him coming to Jackson State, being a head coach, and just all that influence he has, bro. Like, he can turn the whole city around, you know what I'm saying? Not just Jackson State, but he can have an impact on the whole city. And he can just, like, bring all these black kids together for one goal, play football, and, really better their life. And then one thing I will say is I don't think Jackson State going to be a Nike much longer, but Deion, the big Under Armour guy. So I think that's one of the first things he's going to change.
For sure.
I mean, man, I know they eat Under Armour. But whatever they finna be looking at is finna just be looking so nice. I'm already knowing, bro.
In the words of Vance, it might be a tropical storm in Jackson. His words. But
that's not what I said.
At all.
But next we got a little interview for y'all with some Jackson State players. So make sure y'all stay tuned.
Shout out them boys.
And so, welcome back to the podcast. We got Jalen Jones, Quincy Casey here, two JSU football stars. So, we finna get how they feeling on Deion Sanders being their new head coach. Go on, take it away, Josh.
Man, if you imagine on a personal, how y'all doing during the
Great.
COVID-19 pandemic? I know y'all
Wonderful.
still back at the crib.
Wonderful.
What y'all been doing? I know Quinn's been working. I know I've been seeing you on Snap, Jalen. So I know both of y'all been getting in.
Yeah, for sure.
Getting to work.
I just want to get back
Jalen doing
a
the
little
real
bit.
prison workout still.
Gotta get it in.
Wherever you at, on me, nigga. Hey,
Okay,
we were just talking about it.
it's okay.
Cordova, not no easy drive.
Oh,
As
no,
long as
sir.
you getting it in,
I want to get a little bit into y'all backstory. High school, I know Jalen, you had went JUCO. Quincy, you went to Ridgeway. You was class of 2019. Jalen, you graduated in my class at a White Station. And we actually met at the All-Star game. Oh, you was 2017, I think. Because we met at the All-Star game and you was playing and I was a junior, I think. You remember?
Yeah, 2017. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you went to Coffeyville for 2 years, huh?
Coffee, yeah, for 2 years.
Who recruited you besides JSU?
You said what?
Who else recruited you besides Jackson State?
Wasn't nobody recruit me at the time because I still had another year, but certain schools want me to stay an extra year and I'm straight on it. But JSU want to come there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Quincy, I remember reading about you. You was cause I remember y'all played MUS your first game your senior year. And you just kept popping up on my Twitter timeline. I know you was, I think you was in the All-Star game too, the All-Star AutoZone game, if I'm correct. So who else recruited you besides JSU?
I had offer from Pine Bluff. I mean, a lot of schools were interested, but not really any big offers, just from Pine Bluff.
Okay,
that's the only D1 offer I had.
I feel you. I got you.
Other than JSU.
No, Jalen, you actually in the trenches, starting right tackle for them. That's your natural, O-line position. I know you probably
left tackle. I got the
blind side. I feel you.
But yeah, I put tackle.
Okay.
Whatever they need me to.
I feel you. I got you. I remember having to watch some of your film before we played y'all. You pretty light on your feet. I know y'all's left guard. He's a big dude, like 360, 370. But you about 310, 320?
Yeah, 310.
Okay, yeah. So knowing and things like that, knowing the big dogs, we get the men making it happen for you, Quincy. The real.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
So now get down to it. I know everybody knows the news heard around the world. Deion Sanders is y'all head coach. So give me a couple of thoughts on that. How y'all feel about that?
Well, it's gonna be good for Jackson. That's how I feel about it. It's more than just us. He like the players we finna bring in that we not usually used to getting. That's gonna bring a whole lot of competition. Like if you're on the team, you scared of competition, then it ain't a place for you. Simple as it. But it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, you feel the same way.
It's all it is. It's more opportunity.
I know Quincy. I've been dying to ask this question. I know that that Deion Sanders has a son that plays quarterback in class 2021, and he just got an offer to Jackson State. I just want. What you think about that?
Hey, competition. I ain't scared of it. Like
Never.
If he bring them, let's get it every day in practice. I'm with it.
Oh, definitely.
Like one of the things I noticed, like Deion said, he wanted to bring, all guys that coached in the NFL, played in the NFL, and he wanted to recruit the same way. So how do y'all feel like having Deion as a coach is just going to prepare y'all for that next level?
It's for sure prepare us for the next level because, he done been there, done that. So I don't think we can do is listen and take his coaching and, he going to get us to the right place if we're destined for it.
Yeah, agreed.
Deion comes with just the name that brings NFL scouts. So it's going to be a lot, like Jalen mentioned, like a lot more people in Jackson, a lot of different people in Jackson than ever before. So I know that Nick talked about the experience, but it's going to bring a boatload of exposure too. So right now, Jackson State is the place to be, honestly. And, it ain't always been like that. So that's another, a different dynamic. But
we just got to get it back to where it was,
Most definitely. Okay, I like to hear it.
Yeah, because I mean, y'all haven't had a winning season since 2013, right?
Around that time.
Man, I
Yeah.
don't know nothing about
That was
before.
way before
Yeah.
me.
Before I
But
got
I know
there,
yeah.
Last season, yes, but we finna change it this year.
No, definitely. Okay, I just want talk to Quincy a little bit. You came in. I seen it personally because y'all played in the game in Atlanta. It's some swag some with the other conference, the challenge. And y'all played in it last year, and I seen you getting in. You threw a really nice touchdown while you getting hit. So not a lot of guys can come
Nah,
in.
AJ, you can't say getting hit.
It
You
wasn't
got
no touchdown.
Wow.
No touchdown, and yes, I did.
Yeah, you for sure.
It's okay.
God bless.
It's okay.
You feel me? I'm trying to hype my man up, but give me right, Nick. Appreciate
He
that,
knocked
bro.
the wind out of him. He good shot.
Hey, that's all about. It's all about being a football player, bro. Everybody goes through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it don't even matter. But
Yeah.
being in that position is the thing. You feel me? Going into your true sophomore year. What do you think the QB race looks like? Especially now with y'all not going to Jackson till February. You said February, March, or January.
Yeah, probably January. Yeah. Right now it's still January, but actually I'm a redshirt freshman,
Okay.
so I still got 4 more years. But man, I'm ready. That's all I can say. It's like I'm speechless. Like
for real,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's gonna be a lot different when you get back versus when you live.
Man, hey, that's an understatement.
That's the only thing I'm thinking about. Like I'm just ready to get there.
Yeah,
ready to get there.
Nah, Jalen, I know that you started last year, so you got a lot of experience. So just being interior guy in the swag. Who was the best individual that you went up against, and then who was the best overall unit that you played against?
So the best defensive lineman, then the best D line we faced.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. The best DN I went against was probably, I don't know his name, but 42 for Southern. He was pretty big, pretty strong. Had a nice get off. And then the best D line we saw was probably
Not gonna say PV, I ain't gonna lie.
I'd say Pine Bluff actually had a pretty good D line. That was one of our toughest games. Yeah, like no cap. That was one of our toughest games.
Did y'all beat Pine Bluff?
Yeah, we did. But like that D line was no joke. And then
it was
Alabama
the
State
guys, or was it like the interior guys? I was just all on.
Like they just like well coached, like all across. Like don't make mistakes. Play hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, I ain't gonna speak on that. But
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna throw it out like Nick, threw it out. But y'all ain't had a winning season since 2013. Y'all was 4-day last year. Y'all was winning 4 at home, which is so horrible because y'all had that wonderful band in the nice stadium. Y'all only won 1 game, but that's not good. Yeah. But what are y'all's expectations, for the upcoming season? Y'all had the swag defensive player of the year. I didn't realize. Yeah. I realized it, but I didn't realize it when we finna do this.
Hampton.
Dude cold.
Different.
Yeah, he nice.
He play outside linebacker?
Middle.
Middle linebacker.
Okay.
Middle. Ooh.
Where he from? I think we're in West Point, huh?
West Point, yeah.
They cold. They are cold. West Point is cold. Every year in high school. He just got that Thuka, huh?
It's smart. Hey, that's the smartest player I've ever been around.
Man, you get to see him every day, like at practice. Like he just pop up. He just pop up. He just pop up.
So just what are y'all's expectations for this season, first year under Deion?
Rain. And, that's all we want. Rain.
Right.
Well, we'll let y'all have it because we're not eligible.
It's like championship. That's it.
Yeah.
We can't win it this year. Y'all can have it this year. So
who?
I said we're not eligible, bro. So y'all can have it this year, bro. We gonna beat y'all in the regular season though, so it don't matter. But we ain't get you a ring.
Y'all are?
No, I think we aren't.
Okay.
Because of APR. Nah, because of APR. We ain't talked about this, bro. You don't remember?
I forgot. My bad.
No. I said the regular season. You think y'all are gonna beat us in the regular season?
For sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Even I know that's not true. Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
We're gonna see how it
man,
goes.
you feel me? That's what I was just about to say. You feel me?
Hey, but I forgot. Hey, 92 for Prairie View. Hey, he was nice. I'm not even
Mason,
gonna cap. He ain't the biggest on the field.
99? 99?
Nah, 92. He's short and
I
stocky.
know exactly what
Yeah,
you're talking about.
nice.
Shout out my
Oh,
man
yeah.
Jason Dooms.
Him too.
Yeah,
I remember him.
he
Yeah,
probably
he's nice.
he would hit you if he had got in the game, Quincy. So that's cool. You feel me?
No, that was, I think that was 99 that grabbed me. On that
99.
2-point conversion. I think
It's just so fluky how y'all won last year, but we ain't gonna even speak on it.
That's
Like,
not fluke.
that is a fluke for sure.
That's
That's a fluke for sure. That's a fluke for sure.
athlete.
Man,
That's
when the last time a
athlete,
running back threw a touchdown? What is that?
Hey,
What is
smart.
that?
He's smart.
Hey, you gotta be disciplined.
He wanted to win. He wanted to win.
That's how you
So
tell
go
me.
get it.
I might start crying on TV, bro. Don't even do it. So I know y'all know about the conference realignment. So fam, you came in. So I got it right here. And y'all, on the East, y'all got Alabama A&M, Alabama State, Bethune-Cookman, FAMU, y'all, and then Mississippi Valley. And then on the West is Alcorn, Grambling, us, Southern, Texas Southern, and then Pine Bluff. So I think Pine Bluff moved from the East to the West, and then FAMU came in. And then Bethune-Cookman came in. Yeah. So, y'all getting easy. Alcorn leaving y'all. So, what do y'all think about that? I know y'all say y'all gonna win a ring, but tell me something else.
I mean, they still gonna be on the schedule.
He
So
like easy, right?
the rivalry not
play
going
them.
anywhere.
Okay, I feel that for sure.
Yeah.
So we show
We
playing
still
cross
play them
conference.
last game of the season.
Okay, so it really don't change nothing, to y'all, huh?
Yeah.
No,
Okay, I feel that.
We'll see him again in the SWAC championship if that's the case.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And so, last question for y'all to go and close this thing out. Just give me y'all thoughts on like what bringing Deion in as a coach means for HBCUs as a whole. Like, we got McCurmaker choosing to go to Howard over other big time schools, and now Deion coming to JSU. So can y'all just speak on what it means for HBCUs as a whole?
Man, that goes back to what I was saying. It's bigger than the players. Like bigger than Jackson. Like it's HBCU football.
It's about to go crazy.
Every month. Now people gonna say, man, I want to go in the SWAC, play against Deion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? JSU.
Mine play against Deion, play with Deion. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather be playing for him.
I mean, of course, but I'm saying, like it's gonna bring
like
in.
it's finna.
Yeah.
The attention, bro. Like so many cameras, so many eyes wanna see us now.
For real. That's real.
Yeah, y'all definitely finna get some more ESPN games this year.
What?
Yeah, no cap.
Maybe BET
Game
might
day
even
in
bring back the
Jackson.
HBCU.
So.
If they put game day in Jackson, that'd be crazy, bro. Imagine that.
But like we the only ones playing in the spring though.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. We're gonna have all that exposure, bro.
It's a couple other conferences. Yeah.
But
yeah,
how many
that's why I
D1
said not the
conferences
only
playing in the
one,
spring?
I mean, yeah, we're gonna be playing in the spring too, so we might steal some of y'all shine over there.
I mean, yeah, you ain't had to say that, bro. He said for sure.
I'm pull up.
Hey, you know we gonna pull up on you, Nick. You know we gonna pull up.
Oh God, I know y'all gonna pull up. Hey, y'all know I'm pull up.
That's a
over there
long
if I
drive
can
for
get
me
a
though,
ticket.
bro. I gotta get a ticket. I gotta get a flight. I gotta get me a good bye week. I'll come down there, watch our
I don't know
JV game.
nothing about that.
Y'all gonna be getting a stipend. Y'all gonna be bringing y'all out a stipend, bro. Y'all gonna be getting a stipend.
Who?
Y'all gonna be getting a Deion check with his face on the joint. He said no.
Must be nice, but know nothing about that.
For sure.
I don't know nothing about that either.
This is all for entertainment. He don't know nothing about that for real.
Never know when the NCAA might tune in.
You feel me?
That ain't it.
We don't know.
And so now we back, and now we talking about NFL Week 2. And so we got to start out with that Monday night game, Saints versus Raiders, where the Raiders beat the Saints 34-24. Even though the Saints didn't have Michael Thomas, it was not a great showing for them. So let me get y'all initial reactions on that game.
You got advance?
I'm not gonna say Drew Brees is washed, but it's definitely he just has to change his style. I mean, it's just like once you lose a couple of your skill sets, you got to get better at certain things. And one of the things he got better at was hitting Mike Thomas, on them 5 and ins, 5 and outs, those quick routes. And so not having that with that timing of one of the best receivers in the game, I think that definitely throws you off at least a little bit. Just like with Tom Brady, once his skill set declined, he didn't really have receivers last year. So, I mean, the Patriots, they didn't decline in terms of wins, but it definitely was a decline in terms of team talent. So,
I mean, I just
I
think
want to throw this out there. They brought in another legit number one wide receiver this offseason in Emmanuel Sanders.
Had no catches. No catches.
Torn Achilles.
What did you say?
You think he's still a number one coming off a torn Achilles?
He didn't tear his Achilles last year.
I thought he tore it. Emmanuel?
What did he tear? He didn't tear nothing. He played every game, even the Super Bowl.
So he played for the 49ers.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought was he not? Oh, well, somebody tore the Achilles. I guess it wasn't Emmanuel Sanders. So my fault. That's an error on my part. But still, it's
that's another segment.
Just, I mean, the time is. What you say?
That's another segment, bro.
We got a lot to talk about with injuries.
On me.
But yeah, but Sanders is healthy, bro. He's in my opinion, he's a good number one. Well, he was a good number one last year with San Francisco. He comes to New Orleans, so I don't think not having Mike Thomas should be an excuse for the poor performance on Monday Night Football.
Yeah,
we still have talent in Kamara and Cook.
What was the final score? 31-17 or 31?
34-24, and the Raiders scored 24 unanswered.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I was just saying, like, with Mike Thomas being out, and like you said, y'all talked about Emmanuel Sanders being a big guy for the 49ers last year. That's who I thought coming into the game you would have expected to, step up and get a lot of those routes that Vance talked about.
Yeah.
But like really watching it, because I watched it live. So a lot of what John Gruden did was just playing a lot of cover two looks, a lot of soft zone stuff, and it really didn't allow for the route to develop in the ways that Drew usually gets to see his route develop without Michael Thomas. So I don't know if Emmanuel Sanders wasn't getting open or the Raiders had some good DBs. I don't know who's a really good DB. Like Marcus Joyner, I like him a lot. But it is sports is like that sometimes. You just can't get that rhythm going. And Drew Brees, he's 42. He has nights like that. So
well, to be honest, last night what I noticed was they gave a lot of Mike Thomas's routes to Traquan Smith. I want to say he's a second or third year guy. It's a guy they really like a lot, but of course he's not Mike Thomas. And they used Emmanuel Sanders in the same way they've been using him. But in my opinion, I think a lot of this falls on Drew Brees, because this isn't just a one game thing. I saw it last week against the Bucs too. Like, that offense just looks anemic. As a whole, the offense is 21st in the NFL in yards per game with 352. Like, you got to think about how big of a fall off these numbers are, especially coming off last season. You coming back with the same guys. So I think the main problem here is Drew Brees, man. Like, it's a lot of problems with the Saints offense, in my opinion. You can't stretch the field. Drew Brees has only thrown 2 passes of 20-plus yards this season, bro. Let that sink in. 2 passes of 20-plus yards. You just can't win in the NFL like that when the field is shrunk. Safeties can play close to the box. That stuffs everything up on the offensive end.
Let me ask you something, Nick.
What's up?
Why do you think they gave most Mike Thomas routes to Traquan Smith versus Emmanuel Sanders? That don't sound.
I think it's more because Emmanuel Sanders is newer in the system, so you kind of want to keep him in the role he's been in, without trying to, put too much on his shoulders, in the second week of the season.
More, right? And then
Emmanuel Sanders was in the slot a lot.
Going back to Emmanuel, it was 2 years ago, not last season, that he tore his Achilles.
Because you think that.
So he's definitely washed.
But I was just thinking, like, man, we can't get right today, man. Can we? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I was just saying the man washed, bro. Once you tell your Achilles, you washed.
He had 800, close to 900 yards last season, but he's not washed. He's a legit number one.
I was like, man, I thought he did.
Not number one.
He was the number one. Number one on a bad team. He was the number one on a Super Bowl team. He was
on a run heavy team. On a run heavy team.
He was the number one in Denver before he got traded.
I mean,
before he got injured, he was the number one, but he's a number 2 now.
I mean, yeah, he's a number 2 in New Orleans, of course.
He was supposed to be number 1 last night. Yeah, like what Nick said.
Exactly.
Did he have a catch, bro?
No,
if he did, he had a quiet game. I will say that. I don't know if he had a catch or what, but I know he had a very quiet game.
It was in the fourth quarter.
I was watching. Yeah, that was something I saw.
Because I know he had like a couple. I know he had a drop. I'm not gonna say a couple of drops, but I know he had a drop early in the game.
That's bad. Yeah, they asked him out.
He finished the game 1 catch, 18 yards.
Okay. Who gonna win that division?
Hate to say it, but the Bucks, man. Because like I said, I just got a lot of concern with Drew Brees. All his numbers are down. Completion percentage down to 67.7%. Completion percentage towards the sideline, 48%. But Drew Brees,
67% though, bro.
But if he finishes this season at 67%, that's his worst. That would be his worst completion percentage in 8 seasons.
Wow, that's crazy. That just speaks to the testament.
Like it's not. Don't get me wrong. It's not bad, but it's not the Drew Brees we're accustomed to. So comparing it to Drew Brees, I think it's time to start thinking about it because
Colin, 67% completion. I mean, it is Drew Brees, though. Man.
What I'm saying, and then like the part that concerns me the most is that right now his average on passes is 4.82 air yards, bro. You're not gonna win games.
He's Alex Smith for sure right now.
Exactly, bro. And that 4.82 yard mark is the lowest of any quarterback since Brett Favre in 2009, bro.
I mean, is Michael Thomas really gonna? I mean, he's more of a contested catch guy, but they don't. I mean, I don't know if Ted Ginn's still there, but he's not really gonna.
No, he's not.
Oh, they're not gonna have any guys that's gonna really scare you. You know, try to stretch the field anyways. So, I mean, I would expect that, but that means not a lot of people are getting open. So that's
exactly. I don't think it means people are getting open. I think it means defenses are shrinking the field on them, bro. Making it harder to complete those intermediate short catches because they know you're not going to beat me over the top.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is they have guys with speed. Think about Deontay Harris, Traquan Smith, Emmanuel Sanders is a guy that I still think has some speed. But it's just a question of, is Drew Brees going to get the ball there and is he willing to get the ball there? Like I said, he only has
any 3 of those guys you said. What's stopping any team from playing cover 1 against them the whole game or cover 0? None of those guys you just
nothing. Yeah. Nothing at all. But now, I mean, Vance, it seems like you a Breeze supporter. I want to see what you think, bro. No, not at all. Dak over Breeze.
Going back to the podcast 3 weeks ago, bro, I clearly said Jameis Winston was had the best opportunity as a backup.
Ooh,
yeah.
You did say that.
And I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Don't ever say that again about me, please, bro.
Drew Brees supporter. Yeah, it is,
bro.
Yeah.
Ooh. So disrespectful, bro.
For real, you need to apologize, Nick.
I apologize, bro. I'd never associate you with a bad quarterback again, bro. Except Andy Dalton.
Crazy.
But talking about the other team in this game from yesterday, let's talk about the Raiders, man. They're 2-0 tied for the lead in the NFC West. Do y'all think they for real?
No. Not at all. No. I like Josh Jacobs a lot. I like the offensive line. They seem to be getting a lot of movement last night, so that's cool. But Derek Carr does not scare me, man. I know he started off early in his career kind of he had the makings of a franchise guy. Yeah. But even last night, man, I mean, if it wasn't Waller, it wasn't really like popping like that, man. So
I mean,
Waller had like 13, 14 catches?
Darren Waller is hands down, I think, their best receiver right now. You got to think about it. The number 1 from last year, Tyrell Williams, he's out for the season with a torn labrum. So right now they're running receivers, Zay Jones, Hunter Renfrow, Brian Edwards, Henry Ruggs. You got Henry Ruggs, who's still developing as a receiver, in my opinion. Brian Edwards is a rookie. Renfrow is a slot guy. And Zay Jones is a guy who's still, trying to get his footing in the league for real. But I did
want to say before you get off Henry Ruggs, at the end, I think it was like that big penalty at the end. It was Janoris Jenkins. And
Totally.
he just started off for no reason. So the Raiders are
And
known
that's
for
the threat of
things
speed.
like exactly. Nick on it. Shine, baby, shine.
Yeah, but my thing is, I believe in Derek Carr, bro. Last season, the team went 7-9. A lot of people tried to put the blame on Carr. He still completed 70% of his passes for over 4,000 yards and 21 touchdowns. Like, what more can you ask of a quarterback, bro? In my opinion, he's a good quarterback. He makes the right decisions. He completes the passes. And right now, he's off to another good season, completing 73% of his passes, 521 yards, 4 touchdowns, no turnovers this year, 7.7 yards per attempt. So I think that the Raiders are a for real team because you got a guy who can throw the ball. You got a balanced offense. They're about 50-50 run pass right now. A good running back in Josh Jacobs, the O-line that's coming together. I think this could be a serious team, not in terms of winning the AFC West because we all know the Chiefs are in that division, but I think they could be a serious wild card team that could get some wins.
Toss me in week 8. Let me see what they looking like.
Oh, I'll talk to you week 8.
What's going to be in week 8?
Week 8, well, they got the Patriots next week, so I think that's a loss for them. But week 8, I think they could be sitting 6-2. 6-2, 5-3. I could see.
Well, we can reevaluate this conversation if the Raiders are 6-2.
Because I'm not gonna lie, they have a tough upcoming stretch. Their next 3 games are at the Patriots, the Bills coming to town, at the Chiefs and Buccaneers. So that's a tough.
You got them going
4-game stretch right there.
How many of them games you got them winning?
I think they can beat the Bills and I think they can beat the Bucs. That's why I said 6-2.
So, okay. So then they'll be win 4 straight, huh?
Yeah. Because after that 4-game stretch, they got the Browns and the Chargers. So I think they can legitimately be 6-2 in week 8.
I don't think they'll be beating the Chiefs and what other 14 you left out, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They gonna get their 2 wins against the Bucs and the Bills.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Josh Allen, Tom Brady. I don't know, but if they're 6-2 at week 8, I'll be just color me impressed. I don't think that'll happen.
I got you, bro. I'm gonna call it. But now I want to kind of shift our attention to another team in the AFC West, and that's the Chargers, especially with Justin Herbert getting his first start on Sunday. As we all know, Tyrod got ruled inactive right before the game, chest injury because of a rib injection. So, what did y'all think of Justin Herbert's first NFL game?
Man, he looked unusually polished. As somebody that enjoyed Oregon football, I watched a lot of him in college. Really got by, being able with a big arm and being able to throw the wide open receivers. Man, He came in. His footwork, he was navigating that offense. His ball placement, throwing those back shoulders. I was like, man, he's throwing really good balls. And they have Keenan Allen. He's a dominant number 1.
Yeah.
But outside of that, they don't really have any Mike Williams, too. So actually, he does have some pretty good receivers.
Yeah.
But, man, thoroughly impressed. He battled head-to-head really good.
Yeah, battle head-to-head with Pat Mahomes at that. So what do you think, Vance?
I agree. I think he's the future, if not the present. I was watching first quarter, it was incompletions look good. It was like, wow, this guy's like really the truth. So at this point, where you got him Eckler, you got him a receiver and Keenan Allen, you got him a tight end and Hunter Henry. So it's looking real good. Give him like one more weapon, and maybe an all-star receiver. A Pro Bowl receiver. Maybe trade for Odell. Who knows? So just get them one more weapon on offense. I think they could be right there on par. They were on par with the Chiefs. They had every opportunity to beat them. So I like Herbert. He looked real good. So we'll just see. I think if it was me, I would start Herbert next week just to see.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, like Tyrod, I got mad love for Tyrod. He's a good quarterback in my opinion, and he just keeps getting stuck in these situations. You think about it with the Bills, with Josh Allen coming behind him, and then with the Browns and Baker Mayfield, which really didn't happen.
He's just a bridge quarter. He's a bridge guy.
Yeah, he's a bridge guy.
Nothing wrong with that.
He's better than Baker Mayfield.
Well, yeah, I agree with that.
I feel like the third time's a charm with like trying to replace him. Like he was better than Peterman. The Bills messed that up. They ended up with Josh Allen, so I guess it was a wash. He was better than Baker Mayfield. That's number 2. And team number 3, I think they might get it right with Justin Herbert. did better than Tyrod.
I definitely think they got it right. Well,
when he's on,
even though
he looks like because he like Van said, he looks good. He's 6'6", he's tall, he's throwing. He look like another Trevor Lawrence.
yeah.
So yeah, if he can, because I mean, I don't know how intricate how intricate his reading the defenses was at Oregon, but if he can really get it down and really get in that playbook, he could be a monster for sure.
Yeah, because I mean, Anthony Lynn said he still plans to keep Tyrod as a starter once he's healthy and good to go. But I think Justin Herbert just energized that Chargers offense. Vance mentioned, both of y'all mentioned Keenan Allen, but y'all got another guy on the other side, Mike Williams, a real deal deep threat. He was top 10 in the NFL in yards per catch last season. So, like, you got a guy, Herbert comes in, he's averaging 9.4 yards per attempt, while Tyrod's around that 6 yards per attempt number. So Herbert's really stretching the field, getting all his guys involved. And the offense looked better against a better defense than it did last week against the worst defense. Because Tyrod played the Bengals, almost put 16 points on the board. Herbert plays the Chiefs, puts 20 points on the board, and the game they end up losing in overtime. So I think, in my opinion, like Herbert has definitely shown he deserves to be a starting quarterback. Whether that will happen, well, I think it'll happen this season. I think Tyrod will get a couple starts. The offense will struggle. Then I think they'll make the switch for good.
You got the best O-line now.
Yeah.
There's an O-line, and then let him. I mean, give him some more, and just snaps, practice, experience, situation. That's what he needs now.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing with young quarterbacks, because you get him out there and you throw him out there and you see what he can do. Running the ball too, because he had a couple of very nice, impressive runs on Sunday too.
Long strike, guy that can make things. He's not deceptively fast.
Yeah. And so now talking about Tyrod's injury, I want to talk about this injury that have piled up in the league just this past week. So I'm going to just run down the key names. We got Cortland Sutton, ACL, out for the year. Nick Bosa, ACL, out for the year. Solomon Thomas, Saquon Barkley, same thing. Paris Campbell, tears MCL and PCL. Then you got guys like Christian McCaffrey and Jimmy Garoppolo, both ankle sprains, out for a number of weeks. And then you got guys dealing with soft tissue things. Devontae Adams, Raheem Mostert, Tevin Coleman, Brandon Scherf, Malik Hooker, Devontae Parker, and CJ Uzama. Like, all these guys are going to miss time. Andrew Locke with a shoulder injury. It's just like a lot of injuries have piled up in the NFL this past week. So I want to see what y'all think is the cause of this influx of injuries.
I'll just say, like, us in our little group chat, we was running through, going, like, just sitting every 5-10 minutes, my phone went off, like, somebody else is going down. And,
that's on me. I forgot Bruce Irvin, too.
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, it's just like, we was going this, like, you just see how rapid there's another, all-pro guy just going down with a torn ACL or, a hammy or, like you said, a soft tissue issue. It's just, it got to the point of, from fun or coincidental to, harmful or creepy. Because, obviously there was no preseason, no warm-up game. So, you come in with the understanding that the game, people are going to be colder. Something like this could potentially happen. But to see it just actually play out, it's horrible. I hope that more players can stay safe.
Yeah, especially this early in the season. So, tell me what you think, Vance.
I hate to say it. It's one of those things where you want to say, like, injuries are part of the game, but that many in just 1 week, something correlating.
The second week especially.
Ain't no part of the game.
Yeah, it's just maybe maybe it had something to do with the condensed training camp. But then again, it's like you're a professional athlete, so with professional trainers, keep making sure your body's staying in tip-top shape. So,
but that's the only thing about it, bro. Like, nothing prepares you for playing football besides playing football. And it's not nothing like in terms of like stab quality or, it's just those specific movements, taking those specific hits and being able to receive and dish out that punishment is like, you cannot replicate that anywhere else. So the only way you can prepare to play football is the way slowly progress to harder football. So it's like, that's obviously, for me, that's obviously looks like the cause. It's just like, I hope there's a way that I hope there's a way that more guys in the league can figure out a way to stay safe or just to be more preventative. It's more everybody's liable to it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on with science, bro? Like we need to figure out a way how to just get like a little artificial ACL in your leg and you be good to go in like a week or two, bro.
But
I'm real. It's like all these ACLs get torn. Somebody needs to figure that out, bro.
I'm not a science guy. I can't help you, but I'm not gonna lie. I bet a lot of people would invest in that because just thinking about all the damage ACLs have caused. Thinking about D Rose, RG3, all these guys, man. Because like ACL injury, bro, that's an injury that takes time to recover from. And you think about the high-profile guys that win their ACLs. Saquon Barkley might, the way science has advanced, say he's gonna be the same, but it's gonna take a while for him.
That's the thing about it.
Get back right.
Before, even like 5-10 years ago, you had a 20 ACL, you were done forever. Yeah. And I mean, thankfully, like you said, science has evolved. But man, like that injury that's a serious thing.
Yes.
And for that many people to have the same injury on the same day, like, come on, bro. Yeah. Like, you know what time it is.
And I like that y'all mentioned, a lot of this has to do, especially with what you said, Josh, nothing gets you right for football other than playing football, bro. You cut camp, you cut the preseason games, bro. It just, like, there's only so much you can do on your own. You know what I'm saying? So, like, everybody's at home. Of course, everybody's working out because look at the caliber of guys on this list, bro. These are stars in the NFL. Stars in the NFL that are getting hurt. So, like, just this caliber of guys getting hurt, bro, lets me know it's something with the preseason process that had to do with these injuries. I highly doubt these guys were just sitting on the couch all summer and then just got up 2 weeks before to get ready to play football.
Yeah, because you would never expect Saquon to get a lower body injury, bro.
Exactly. Especially nothing like he had the ankle sprain last year, but ACL, bro, that's scary.
For real.
And I think like I hate to say it, like knock on wood, but it's probably more to come, bro. The more people put on their bodies and players put on their bodies and things like that. You got to think about guys who are turning right back around and playing Thursday night football, bro. Mm-hmm. It's just scary to think about.
Yeah, the Giants need to give him an O-line before they kill him, for real.
So, speaking of that, I want to see what team you guys think this impacts the most.
I'm gonna let Vance go because I'm thinking I'm letting some marinate.
I'm gonna say the 49ers most definitely, especially like you go from a Super Bowl championship game last season. Now you're gonna have to fight with not only the Seahawks, you're gonna have to fight with the Cardinals just to get a spot. So
the Rams 2-0 too.
Ooh, I forgot about the Rams. It's just it's gonna be tough just because you get an extra wild card spot in the playoffs this year, but that might not be enough in the NFC because there's going to be some teams that's going to be right there at the end. You're going to have the Saints and the Bucks competing. All four of your teams in the NFC. Packers are looking good. Who else is it? The Bears, they 2-0 right now. I mean, you can't deny that they 2-0. So it's going to be kind of tough just to see what happens. But I'm going to say the 49ers, especially losing a lot of depth in that D-line that carried them last season.
Yeah, talking about Nick Bosa.
I'm going to say what I thought Vance was going to say because I thought even – but I would go with the Giants because Saquon was their offense, and they just lost their offense. And they're not going to – they're going to – Deion Jones is a nice guy, but, man, that's going to – I mean, they were trying to get into a position to where they could try to complete for the payoffs. But that's done and over with now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I agree with Josh on this one, bro, because I think this year was. I don't think they were gonna make the playoffs this year, not at all. They 0-2 right now, but I think this year was supposed to be a big year for Daniel Jones in terms of growth as a quarterback. Now you lose arguably your best player on offense, so now you're just throwing him into more fire and expecting him to put more pressure on his shoulders. He's thrown 40 passes his first 2 games this season, and it's just like it's only so much you can ask him to do, especially as this being his second year in the league. That's a lot of pressure to put on a young guy.
I'll say this. I'll say it like this. I think because Saquon is gonna miss it, I think Daniel Jones will be better because of this, but I think the Giants would have been better as a team if they were both together. Because I'm saying, I mean, the offensive responsibility is going to be on Daniel Jones now. He's going to be out there regardless.
And they just signed Devontae Freeman, Mr. 2 yards a rush today. So,
Mr. Mr. 2 yards a rush. Man.
Is their leader receiver hurt too or no? What's his name?
Yeah, Sterling Shepard, he got a toe injury, so he out for a minute.
He was hurt. I thought he played yesterday.
No, well, he got hurt week 1, I think. I can't remember if it was week 1 or week 2. Well, a toe injury, that's one of the ugly things.
It's just a
He's just gonna go from 5 wins to 2 wins, bro.
I like Daniel Jones though. For real, he's fast.
What did you say, man?
I mean, it's gonna go just from them winning 4 or 5 games to them winning 2-3 games. So could you really say that just really affects them the most? It might. I think
it affects their future, bro. I think it affects their future.
Exactly.
I think that because you got to think about it, bro. This is gonna be a QB heavy class, and you kind of want to have Daniel Jones evaluated completely, just to see,
Gonna elevate his game. Honestly.
I hope it would, bro, but he's thrown 3 interceptions already compared to only 2 touchdowns.
So it's just like,
that's fair.
That's like giving somebody a pop quiz, bro. If you're not gonna help him prepare, then you can't really just evaluate him truly. I say just play as hard as you can and just let the season be a wash. Take the best offensive lineman. You probably have a high pick, maybe the offensive lineman out of Oregon. So just take a season of learning and then just try again next season. That's gonna be your best bet.
Yeah, but that will make 2 seasons of learning back to back for Daniel Jones, man.
But quarterbacks are babies, man. Quarterbacks are like point guards in basketball, bro. You can't never rush that.
Yeah.
I usually try to give quarterbacks at least 3 years before I really give the sentiment like they probably need to get up out of here.
Mm-hmm.
I just had a lot of practice with the Jets.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's most definitely a worse quarterback on the other New York teams, but we're not gonna talk about that right now.
I ain't gonna lie though, he made a play though. He made one play. We were down like 31-6 or some shit, but he made one good throw. He got out of the pocket and it was like a cross-body throw for a touchdown. But man,
who are you talking about?
Sam Darnold.
Bro, he's nice.
I say Daniel Jones over Sam Darnold 9 out of 10 times.
I can't be mad at you about it. I can though, but I'm sensible. But Mekhi Becton is the best rookie in the NFL right now, so I ain't mad at you.
So speaking of Mekhi Becton, let's talk about rookies, man. Each of us brought in 2 rookies who we think are primed to break out, especially this season, maybe, going into next season. So let me hear who you guys pick for y'all's breakout rookies.
Van's got it first.
All right, Vance, let me hear.
Okay, so for my first guy, I'm going to go with, Boomer Sooner. CeeDee Lamb, best receiver to come out of the Oklahoma hotbed since Lincoln Riley has been there. Even better than Hollywood. Week 1, he had 5 catches for 59 yards. Week 2, 10 catches for 106 yards. That's pretty impressive for a rookie, no matter who you are. He's working as the number 3 receiver, but he's second in catches and second in yards so far through the first 2 games. And he really, in that second half against the Falcons this past Sunday, was really the spark plug along with Ezekiel Elliott. So on the season, he has 15 catches for 165 yards. Look for him to be a staple for the Cowboys over the next 5 to 10 years. Staying with University of Oklahoma, I'm going to go with Kenneth Murray from the LA Chargers. Linebacker, Mr. Linebacker / safety / pass rusher / corner / water boy / do whatever you need him to do. In the first game, he second on the team in tackles with 8 total tackles. And then in the game against the Chiefs this past week, he had 10 total tackles, which led the team. And he has 18 on the season, which is on pace for 144 tackles on the season. And he's leading the team so far through the first 2 games. I look for him to be one of those star players like Jamal Adams over the next, 5 to 10 years, of course. Those 2 guys are the 2 guys. I think Kenneth Murray Jr. was the second best defensive player in his draft class behind Chase Young.
I definitely think so. He's sideline to sideline guy, bro. Best
I
player
like
on
it.
that Oklahoma defense.
I like it. I
know
like
that's
him.
not
Yeah,
saying much,
he
but
was a demon in Oklahoma for real. Yeah, him and they had a D lineman from Canada. I think they.
oh yeah, I
Kenneth
know you're
Murray.
talking about.
I like Patrick Quinn a little bit better. I like my guys to be more of a thumper, but yeah, Kenneth Murray he's a dog for sure. Big strong dude. So yeah, appreciate you, Vance. Like I said, like you said, Kenneth Murray, he's a big strong dude. I'm gonna go with another big strong dude. I got Chase Claypool out of Notre Dame. He caught like a 80-yard touchdown yesterday. He was kind of the engine that made that Notre Dame offense go last year. Big, strong guy, height, weight, speed guy, 6'4", 230. Ran like a 4.4, 940. So that's really impressive. So yeah, Big Ben gonna get him a new little toy. I never really liked Juju Smith-Schuster as a number one guy without Antonio Brown, anyways. So I think he's somebody that could get a lot of those boundary routes, a lot of those X calls. So yeah, I think that it's looking bright for him. And I don't think that's a big dude. I was just looking at it, like man, like he kind of look like, and he's not as like wide as DK, but he's for sure. He like a two guard. And my next guy is gonna be Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He's somebody. A lot of people know him. You know, on the LSU team, full of stars. That's gonna be a historic team. Yeah. But 5'6", 5'7". He's 220 pounds. So that's a lot of muscle. Not a lot of frame. You see what he did in his first game. First rookie to have 130 yards and a touchdown or something like that. Man, that dude's quick. He's five. I would liken his game to Maurice Jones-Drew. Just thinking about it off the top.
You just saying that because he's short, bro.
No, they play the same. Bowling balls, bro. I'm saying, for real. Like,
you're right.
Like him or like Doug Martin, kind of sort of, for real. He's gonna be quick and fast in the tackles, like outside the tackles, but like he's not afraid to lay that boom on somebody. He tricked somebody week one, and then the next drive he made Justin Reed look like really stupid. So I like him. I like him a lot at LSU.
For this player comparison, bro?
You said what?
You ready for this player comparison?
Let me hear.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Brian Westbrook, bro, from the Philadelphia Eagles.
Hey, that's a heater. You just went in your bag for that one.
That was marinade, huh? Yeah. Oh, look at yeah, Julius. Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I got Jim.
He was a smasher too. I like that. But yeah.
So, my two guys, I'm going to start out with one, and this is more of an opportunity pick. I got to start out with Jerry Jeudy because with the injury to Courtland Sutton, it creates a lot of opportunity for Jeudy, and he's already been making some noise in his first two games. So, week one, he had 4 catches, 56 yards, 3 first downs. 4 catches, 3 first downs. That's really impressive. And then week 2, he had 4 catches, 62 yards, 3 first downs again. So you can easily see him becoming Drew Lock's favorite target. But Drew Lock is now hurt. He's going to miss a couple weeks. And so, any offense, when your starting quarterback gets hurt, your main goal becomes to get the ball in the hands of the playmakers. Jerry Jeudy's a guy you can give a quick drag route. He can turn it into 10, 15 yards. He's just that electric with the ball in his hands. So I think, Jerry Jeudy is primed to break out this year. He's going to be one of the best receivers at the end of the year. I think I liked him a little bit less than Lamb coming out of college, but he's still an elite receiver prospect. And then my second guy is C.J. Henderson, bro. He's like that, cornerback for the Jags. Week 1, he got targeted 10-plus times and received a Pro Football Focus grade of 54.2. And he was the only DB in the NFL to be targeted 10-plus times and receive a grade over 80, bro. And guess who was matched up against week 1? None other than T.Y. Hilton, bro. An elite receiver. So the way he played week 1, 5 pass breakups, 1 interception, and the way he continued that week 2, I really like C.J. Henderson. I think he's primed to break out as just a star corner in this league in the mold of Jalen Ramsey, A.J. Boye, guys that the Jags shipped off.
But yeah, I like it. I got a question, Nick, for in terms of Jeudy. because Sutton's gonna be. I guess he will probably have been their boundary guy. I think he was the slot a little more. He's been inside a little more because he ran one slant. Man, he broke the little nigga off so bad. So would they move him to the X or would they keep him in the boundary now? I mean, keep him in the slot now.
I think you could still keep him in the slot, but you just make him a primary focus of that offense. You know what I'm saying? Because especially, like I said, same thing we were talking about Emmanuel Sanders earlier. These guys have less time with the playbook, less time on the field. So you want to keep them as comfortable as possible. You know what I'm saying? So I think you just keep Judy in the slot.
Broncos?
KJ 4, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, KJ was hurt anyway. He missed week 1. He missed week 1.
My boy Drew Lock was out there bare cupboard, huh?
Yeah. To be honest, I would say Noah Fant, but he's a tight end.
They have Deshaun Hamilton and Tyreek Cleveland.
Oh yeah.
Tyreek Cleveland and Deshaun Hamilton.
Tyreek Cleveland? I like Tyreek Cleveland.
Yeah, me too. He was good at Florida, real good at Florida. So
did he score this past week?
He didn't score against the Steelers. I think he might have scored against no.
He didn't score against the Titans. He scored against the Steelers, man.
No, I'm looking at it right now. He didn't even have a catch against the Steelers.
Oh wow.
I could have sworn Cleveland scored somewhere.
Nah, I don't think I did. He caught something like a little drag or something. I remember seeing him. I like Tyreek Cleveland. He turned up in Florida for real.
So since we offered our rookies, make sure y'all keep a lookout for them. Hopefully, none of them bust. Hopefully, all of them stay healthy too, especially given all the conditions. But now we're going to get ready to close this one out. Week 3 pick 'em. I hope y'all ready.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
So
ready.
First game we rocking with Washington at Cleveland. Haskins versus Mayfield. What y'all got?
I'll take first. I was talking about this when we picked it out. I don't know why we picked this game. Dwayne Haskins has nobody. So Cleveland, whatever, by a lot. And I don't even like Cleveland that much.
Wow.
Who you rocking?
By a lot? I'm not even gonna say by a lot. I think it's still the Browns gonna figure out a way to make it close, but both teams are mediocre. If the Redskins had a better offensive line, they would win the NFC East. But I'm gonna go with the Browns just because they're the better team. I think the better quarterback plays for the Washington football team. But I'm gonna go with the Browns just because they have the better squad.
What defense? Who's on the Washington football team on defense?
But come on, bro. Chase Young, De'Aaron Payne, Ryan Kerrigan. Exactly. That D line is Montez Sweat. I'm rocking.
They got Ryan Kerrigan too.
Yeah,
exactly.
They got some pass rush guys, but it's easy to eliminate pass rush. Honestly, just quick throws and whatnot.
So, I mean,
they got one of the D tackles, Alabama.
Yeah, De'Aaron Payne.
Okay,
I think that's nice.
I've seen him second Kyler Murray. I like him.
I'm just taking Washington because I just like what they got going on. I think Rivera a better coach, so that's what I'm rocking with. So second game, Bears at Falcons. Falcons are winless this year. They just blew a big lead last week. So let me see who y'all got.
Go Bears.
Give me the Falcons, bro. I mean, they just played 2 really good teams like the first 2 weeks. I think that's really it. I mean, the Bears, I like the Bears, but there's something about them. It's like they're really sketchy every week. You don't know what they're going to do. Just give me the Falcons. They got the better offense, and I think that defense can hold up enough against Mitchell and Trubisky. So give me the Falcons.
Maserati Mitch.
I'll go Falcons too. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's demoralizing, though. It's just like, man, y'all can't really hold no lead. Like, that's really bad. But Calvin Ridley's been doing a lot of damage backside of Julio Jones. So I'll take the Falcons too.
Yeah, I take the Falcons. I think this game gonna be high scoring, and I don't think Mitch gonna be able to keep up in his Maserati, bro. So
I don't think it's gonna be high scoring. I just think the Falcons will score a lot.
What?
I don't see Mitchell Trubisky scoring a lot of points.
So
16 points, 23 max.
For sure. That sounds about right. Mitchell Trubisky, he is horrible. Shout out Ed Miller, though, for sure.
I mean, he kind of hooping this year, but we're gonna move on. So next game,
Charlotte
Vance
Colin
Cowboys.
Kaepernick.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, for sure.
Didn't even get
my Madden 21 yard player had the black Kaepernick jersey, so you know I'm always repping, and I'm never.
Yeah, and it's sad he didn't even get considered for the Broncos job, man. They went and signed Blake Bortles instead. So next game, we're gonna talk about Vance's Cowboys at the Seahawks. So Vance, I'm gonna let you start this one off. Throw it to X. That's how you feel.
You know how we rocking, bro. This is one of those games where it's just gonna be like, Cowboys got lucky, then they gonna win this game. Everybody gonna say Cowboys to the Super Bowl just because the Seahawks look good the first 2 weeks. This is exactly how it goes every year. We gonna beat the Seahawks 28-27 last second field goal.
Josh?
That does sound oddly. That's a good analysis. That sounds oddly familiar. Like I just seen that. But I mean, people always color me as somebody that just categorically hates the Cowboys, and I am for sure. But I always try to be, unbiased in my analysis. But man, Russell Wilson is throwing the best deep ball still. The DK Metcalf just rattled up the defensive player of the year. Yep. So man, I don't think the Cowboys got it on defense to handle with the Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm rocking.
You said what?
I'm rocking with the Seahawks. What'd you say, Vance?
I said that Diggs is locking that up. He's not playing around with them, bro.
Diggs.
Jordan Lewis and Trevon Diggs, they're locking that up. I'm telling y'all.
All right. Anyway.
When did Diggs get on the Cowboys? They gonna be cold.
Huh?
I'm thinking like when Diggs get on the Cowboys.
2 interceptions for the Cowboys.
But it's the 4-string Diggs. I'm like, but no.
Bro, so I'm rocking with Seattle, bro. I got Russell Wilson as MVP this year, early out. So I'm rocking with Seattle, especially after the way they just played New England. I'm taking them.
Next game, he's just too clean. He don't got the MVP look. He just like some mayonnaise. Russell Wilson.
Russell.
He just
don't look like an MVP, but he about to be the MVP. Colin Murray,
boy, you sleep.
Colin Murray got the little hands.
He's a Texas legend, boy.
He hold the football,
I like Kyler, but
Kyler Murray is a Texas boy. When I
we know
exactly, he don't got no MVP look. He been an MVP since he was like 14. He's not caring about us.
So next game we got Rams
playing the football.
Oh man, the man got he a baller with little hands, bro. He a
baller. Why you disrespecting him?
He a baller with little hands, bro. It don't matter. Shout out to the little dudes, bro. Kyler Murray out there balling. Number 1 pick. He ain't number 5'10". Come on. Okay, he got little hands, so what?
Hey, did you see that high step he did last week?
For sure. Come on.
Yeah.
Dude got wiggle.
Turn the Jets on.
Dude got wiggle for real. Maybe he could play baseball. Like he not messing with. He was gonna be successful in life regardless. He didn't lose a game in high school. Come on now.
I saw this tweet that said y'all wanted to play in the farm league in Kansas for 3 years.
On me, I'm not talking about my boy was not gonna be catching no BP in no minor leagues. No. Come on now. Go ahead, Nick. We've been cutting you off as
So next game we got Rams at Bills.
Go Vance.
Give me the Rams, bro.
Go Nick. You're right.
I really like the Rams, bro.
This one, I'm gonna have to go with the Bills on this one, bro. Just that defense, bro. Especially in Buffalo, bro. I'm gonna take the Bills.
That don't matter, bro.
Yes, it
does.
I
mean, it doesn't, but it's just
traveling-wise, it does.
Exactly. You got to travel the whole U.S. Climate change,
fans, bro.
It ain't about the fans, about that time change, logistics, all that other stuff. I'm just going on trips, man. That stuff matters. It does. They get paid for it, but it still matters.
I don't think but they gonna get there Friday. They gonna get there Friday. Relax their body Saturday, play the game Sunday, they'll be okay.
But see, that's the thing about it. Like, they might get there Friday, but like with that trip, you might need to get there Thursday and get all your stuff set up. You never know.
And then still, you gotta think about going from LA to Buffalo.
Exactly.
That weather ain't the same. So who you got, Josh?
I'm gonna rock with my boy Nick. I'm gonna go with Buffalo with the reason he stated. Like their defense as well. I think Josh Allen he put the hurt on some dude. He trucked some linebacker. I seen that. So yeah,
and Stephon Diggs had a really good game.
Yeah, 8 for
week,
153 for sure. Yeah.
So look for more of that.
AFC East, I think that's they're front runner right there.
Bro, y'all trust Josh Allen against that defense?
Yeah.
I'll trust Diggs.
Exactly. Diggs versus Ramsey, I think that's gonna be a good matchup to watch, just 1-on-1.
But I think they'll probably put Diggs in the follow. You think they'll do my bad? You think they'll give it where Ramsey gonna like follow him?
Yeah, I definitely think so, especially with that new defensive coordinator.
Certified.
Ramsey said he's not a cornerback anymore. He said he's a defensive back. So I would expect him to follow.
He dude forever for the guy.
Give me Rams by 6.
Dude is from Nashville.
All right.
Aaron, shout out my boy Aaron Donald though. Best player in the league right now. So Rams got a shot for him.
Yeah, Rams always got a shot, especially you got arguably best player in the league, hands down best defensive player in the league. But next game we got Packers at Saints. I'm gonna start this one out. I'm taking the Pack, man. Aaron Rodgers is on fire.
He is balling up for sure. I like it. And Drew Brees is struggling. So I like the way where your head is at, Mr. Nicholas. Where is it? Where they playing?
They playing in New Orleans.
I will say don't, but that really don't matter.
You want New Orleans fans?
No. Give me Packers by 13, 41-28.
Man, y'all.
I like that score. But the Packers have scored 40 plus. Yeah. Every game the Packers have put up 40 plus.
Should I really try to be different again, or should I just do the smart thing? Cam Jordan ain't been showing up. I think he do. I feel like he do for a big day though, because he was not looking good last week. He had like the majority of the snaps. He had like 5 tackles. So I just feel like
you really gonna rock with the Saints.
I didn't say that. I just said I feel like Cam Jordan.
You call me the Breeze supporter, bro.
Give me the Packers, man. Give me the Packers.
I want to make sure, man. So, last game we got big time game Monday. Chiefs at Ravens.
Whoop. Man, this should be like on Juneteenth or something. All this black excellence. I don't know how to feel. Like MVP, back to back, Monday night prime time. I feel like black people as a whole should just be celebrating this. I don't know what that says about me or what I feel about holidays, but hey, it is what it is. But football. Man, Chiefs, they've been looking. They just got a new toy. Andy Reid got a new toy. Hilaire, watching the games. Tyreek. Yeah, he had a touchdown last game, 99 yards, but he hadn't really like broken open, the Tyreek way. So I think that's bound to happen. But I think a lot of teams are scared of them. They play a lot of cover 4, cover 6 because they have to defend that. But it's Lamar. It's big trust. Can't go get big trust. The original.
He's taking the Ravens.
For sure. He AI football. For sure.
Honey. Who you got, Vance?
Give me the Ravens, bro. I think the Ravens defensively, honestly, it's something about them, bro. It's the swagger they have. I don't know. It's something about that purple with that black. Give me the Ravens by 8.
It's like you want to drink some Hennessy or something.
I'm gonna say they up 2 scores at the end. I'm gonna say they up 2 scores at the end, and then Mahomes is gonna throw a touchdown at the end. I'm gonna say 35-27 Ravens.
Okay. And to be honest, I thought one of y'all would pick the Chiefs because I got the Ravens. And a lot of things you say, I feel like Ravens got the better defense, gonna be able to contain the Chiefs a little bit better. And then I see Lamar Jackson's development as a passer this year. So he's really becoming unstoppable in my opinion. So I'm going with the Ravens.
It's gonna really hurt when Josh talk about black excellence and Travis Kelce go off for 12 catches, 180 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
That's funny.
Oh my! Especially after him and his girl broke up, bro.
Man, Travis Kelce girl fine too, boy. Whew.
Hey, what Mark Jackson say?
Respectfully. It wasn't all knocking out the park. Man, can I put Mark Jackson on TV, bro? Man, I remember
They're in the
watching
finals, bro. They're in
I
the
remember
finals.
watching that like,
Everybody.
bro. Oh no, I was gonna say like this is not no little game. Like everybody saw you say that.
Oh God, Cavs Warriors, primetime TV.
My boy
finals,
said he
man.
gonna knock it out the park. Respectfully. Man. Stick to coaching, bro. Stick to coaching, bro. Man,
Oh,
I
man.
remember, that's so crazy. I remember exactly what I was like, bro, dude, just talk about my boy. Not no girl, it's a wife. Savannah is a wife. Come on. Man, dude,
Can't say
bold.
that respectfully.
Grown woman. That's 20 years.
That's
Yeah,
that,
right.
man, dude is bold for sure. I'm like, sheesh. He not no
Well,
scrub. It's
LeBron taking
LeBron.
his
He not no
phone after
scrub.
that.
He ain't no 6 man. It's LeBron. I'm like, man.
Surprised
Bro, he been
Mark
with us
Jackson
since
may end up like
the years,
Devontae
bro.
West.
You did not have to say that, but that was uncalled for. That was uncalled for.
My bad, dude.
And
My
if you don't know what Delonte would look like, just go look it up right now.
Cause I'm just saying, bro, Bron got all the power in the league, bro. He could have got Mark Jackson right up off TV.
Could have though.
But
That wouldn't have been very Wakanda of him. Shout out to Chadwick Boseman.
R.I.P. man.
I heard
R.I.P.
Devontae giving out haircuts in the bubble, bro.
Who?
Demonte West already giving out haircuts in the bubble, bro.
Last thing I heard, he was working at Home Depot, but we ain't gonna speak on it.
Wow. I'm not gonna say the name of what the haircuts Delonte was giving out, but just know they cost $5.
Hey,
I'm not gonna say the
come
name.
on. Let's see. But anyway, we finna get out of here. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode. You know, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all that for us. Exactly.
You know your home.
Before we go, man. Hey, Memphis Tigers, wash your hands. Please,
Oh,
wash your
God.
hands.
We miss y'all.
Play.
He said,
We miss y'all.
Yeah, stay off them party buses,
For
bro.
real.
Stay off them party buses, man. Yeah. You know, you got that, got that cousin that, be locked down there too.
Oh, my God.
He only got a certain amount of time he can talk on the phone. It don't take but 5-10 seconds to slide, go listen to No Cap Sports Podcast on Apple Podcast, YouTube. It's like that wasn't that.
How you gonna watch it in jail?
Hey, personal experience, but they got a lot of technology in jail. More than you think. Dude got iPads and some old. For real.
I appreciate it, bro.
They be streaming in jail. That's where most of Netflix and all the other numbers come from, because you ain't got nothing else to do in jail but chill on your iPad.
For sure, bro. We appreciate that, bro. So if you're in jail watching, make sure y'all keep tuning in, bro.
Man, the folks be on live and
Stay
some
away
more,
from
bro.
jail.
Come on now. Jail popping. Don't go, but if you go, it popping.
But like I said, bro, y'all stay safe out here. Corona's still going on. Finna ramp
Black
up.
lives still matter. But yeah.
And so we out of here. Y'all stay
Go on
up.
there, son.